Well, as Wanya, first of all, just since we haven't got a chance to talk to you, what was last year like for you, and just what was that, you know, basically that month of December like with all the transition?
It was definitely a difficult month because, moving from Tennessee to Oklahoma, that's a long travel, first of all. And there's just a lot going on when that happened. Personally, it was a lot going through mentally because, you got to deal with so much stress to move in, learn a new playbook. So, but later on in the year, I finally got adjusted and it wasn't that bad.
How difficult was that, adjusting and going through it and not playing? I imagine as much as you thought you would. And do you feel like you're in a better spot now than you were even at the end of last year?
Definitely, it was definitely hard, especially mentally, because you come from playing, and then you didn't play. But I really needed that. I feel like I really needed that year because I never really got my redshirt freshman year, I guess. So that helped me mature a lot, grow up, see a lot of things about myself that I needed to see. And this year, I just feel like I come with a better intensity, better focus this year. I'm able to do things and see things that I couldn't do or see before. So it's all been a help.
Well, once you got acclimated, what was it that made the transition still a little bit tough for you in terms of trying to get onto the field, do you think?
It was personal things, like things I had to fix, things I had to do, things I wasn't used to doing. Like, it was certain things in the offense I didn't know that we had to do, so I had to learn, and that was mainly on me. I just had to be a better me, really. I just had to do the extra things, and that's what I'm working on doing this year, doing the extra things, doing more than I could before.
What part of your game did you want to improve from last year to this year? Is there anything specific that you said, I could have done this better, and it's going to help you get on the field eventually?
Man, I just wanted to start from the ground up, from the foundation, feet, hands, speed. I wanted to get everything right. Strength, like there was things I wanted to focus on, like those things. I also wanted to focus on the knowledge of the game, understanding why everything happens, what happens when this happens, what happens when that happens. Like, that 60 rows down, that means they're going to go to cover 2, cover 1. Like, I just want to be more knowledgeable of the game.
How much different is this offense for the offensive line for you than what you were running last year? What's the biggest difference?
I know all I can say for sure is it's a lot faster. It's a lot faster. Coach Levy don't play. Yeah. We get on that ball. That's one thing we're gonna do is play fast, tempo.
How do you feel like you've adjusted to that, and what do you think about that increased tempo?
I mean, definitely gonna keep defense on their heels for sure. But Coach Smitty done a great job this whole spring getting us right for that tempo. So I'm scared to see what we're gonna look like in the summer.
How important was it, Bill, throughout the portal process and how he's helped develop you as a player?
Well, obviously, when you go through the portal and you see things for a second time, you get to see those coaches who've been there and done that. He has the tremendous stats and a wonderful person on and off the field. So why wouldn't I? He's done it before, and why can't he do it with me? You know what I'm saying?
In the past, beating both systems has been one where you can kind of slide over from the right side to the left side, things like that. Has that maintained as the transition to Levy's offense has come in?
I mean, it's pretty much the same. Like, he tries to keep it, what's the word? He tries to keep it the same. He tries to keep stuff the same. Try not to, mix stuff up as much this year so people can actually get comfortable. But he's doing a great job moving the left or right, honestly.
Have you ever blocked for a left-handed quarterback, and how much does that change the dynamic of being a left and right tackle?
I actually have in high school. My quarterback was left-handed.
Okay.
So, I had that. He was my quarterback since I was 9 or 10, so I was kind of used to it, I guess. So it hasn't really been much of a change. It's, when blocking on the blind side, it's really, your set is different. You can't set with as much width. You got to set with more depth, be more prone to the inside moves. So while playing on the front side as the front side tackle, it's easier because you get to play with more width and depth. It's easier.
What was your quarterback's name in high school?
Ja'Cory Jones. Yeah, that was my guy.
Obviously, with all the coaching changes and all the newness the last few months, how's it been to still have those Tennessee guys, Key Lawrence, Eric Gray, on the roster as well?
I mean, those guys always got my guys, but I feel like we've all bonded to this team. We're all brothers. This connection, this chemistry is off the charts, and I like what I'm seeing.
inside that offensive line room with Tyrese and Marquise kind of moving on, who's stepped up as some of the more vocal guys as well to help lead that group?
I feel like all of us have, really. With them leaving, I feel like all of us had to step up and play that leadership role. We all try to bring each other up and correct each other. If something goes wrong, everybody's there correcting it, you know? It's everybody's holding each other accountable, especially ourselves, you know? That's what we're trying to do this year. Like, it's a player-led team, player-driven team, so that's what we try to harp on.
I want to ask you about this guy over here, McCade. You know, how's he fit in with that group, and what stands out to you about him?
From the first day, McKay's been very vocal since he got here, and he's always fit in. It's like he's always been here, really. Friendly guy, you know, but when we get to work, we get to work. And in the field room, he's one of the first people there all the time, so I respect that out of him.
Everyone we talk to about you guys' offense keeps talking about the tempo and just how fast it is. How's adjusting to that, and how can that help you guys on the offensive line?
Man, definitely have the edge. When Coach Levy say always smell blood in the water, and when you on that long drive and get to 8, 10, 9, 10 plays, and you see them defense putting their hands on their hips, that means you just got to find another zone, lock in, and just go. And that really help us, because sometimes we catch defense on their heels for real.
Have you ever played in an offense that's fast like that?
I mean, the past offense was similar like that, but nothing this fast for sure.
With an increase in tempo like that, does it help simplify things? Like you don't have the time to think about things, or is it still a lot to think about and just adjust to?
You know, it all comes with preparation, how you prepare. If you prepare the right way, you can move faster, you know. You can do things without thinking. It becomes second habit, you know what I'm saying? So I could say that it's definitely been easier to not think, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely been simpler, so we could just go. Just line up, go. You hear the play, you know what you're doing, go. You know, but again, it comes with preparation, how you prepare.
What have been your first impressions of Dylan?
Dylan, great guy, very charismatic. You know, you could just show he cares. You know, one thing that stood out to me, Coach Venables after practice, he was asking certain people, what are they going to see when they see you on the field? He said, I'm going to be the best player on the field. You're going to see that, and I really respect that, the confidence, and the passion he has for the game. So.
We'll kind of piggyback on that. Just what have your initial impressions been of Coach Venables? How's it been having him?
You know, he's a traditional guy in a new way. You know, he does things the right way all the time, and that's what we harp on. Holding each other accountable and doing things the right way all the time. Because later on, it'll help you down the line.
What do you remember?
Oh,
sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. One day at a time. That's all I'm saying.
What do you remember about maybe that first meeting with Brent?
Passion. You can see his passion, his love for the game, his love for this place. You can tell that this place holds a dear place in his heart. You know what I'm saying? So I really enjoyed that. You could see that he really wanted to coach us. You could see that he was happy to be here. And the guys that he are bringing in incredible also. You know, we got, I think, 17, almost 18 former players on the team. And they're telling us what we got to do, what we could do, because they've been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? So all you can do is listen and listen from the wise. They lived that life, been there. So that's all you can do.
And then sort of piggybacking off what you just said there, what's it been like having that soul team, and with Caleb, a guy you were teammates with a year ago, and then those other guys, Curtis and Ryan and Josh?
You know, it's great. Caleb kind of has the younger perspective of a few point things. Ryan, Josh, all of them guys, they're great. They helped me through some things for sure. But they're just here anytime you need them. They're like people you can just call on. If you just want to be confidential and just talk to them about anything, you can talk to them about anything. I know me and Ryan talk all the time. So.
I don't know if there's anything that you want to share, but, you know, is there any you can point out that, you know, something they've helped you with, or one of their events that has really been beneficial for you?
Art for Heart was really fun when you got the chance to go see the kids and things like that. But personally, when days I feel like I'm not there enough, Ryan, Josh, Caleb, all of them, they're always there to uplift me, saying like, it's okay, like you're gonna have days like this, but it's what you do and how you reply to them, you know.
What is it about Ryan specifically that you said you talked to him quite a bit?
I don't know. It's just like we just have a strange connection, you know. You know how you just connect to certain people a certain way. He was always like that.
How much do you think that would have helped you last year?
Tremendously, definitely. But that staff did a great job helping as much as they could too, you know. But Coach Venables has also done a great job putting that team in place for that specific reason. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like we don't harp on that enough. Where we don't have enough people to help. There's never enough people to help people going through things because you never know what somebody's going through. And some people could just connect to people differently, you know? And those are some of those people. Like, they connect to people differently. They connect to your soul mission, you know?
Yeah, I apologize if you've been asked a version of this question, but I've heard that you've been performing really well so far during spring ball. And so I'm just curious, what do you attribute that to? Because, I mean, I know there's a lot of changes last year coming over, a new team and everything, and now you got a new coaching staff. So, why do you think that you've been performing so well in the field so far?
Mindset, I had to change my mindset, the way I think, the way I did things. Obviously, the way I was doing things wasn't working. I just felt like I got tired of people telling me how good I can be and started doing something about it, really. I had to change my routine up, and I thought it would be the best for me to just be the best me I can be, I had to change mentally, spiritually, emotionally. And there's a lot of things I had to go through to do that.
What was the realization moment for you? Did you try to fight it?
No, I was just sitting in the car ride with my mom one day. She was like, "Wanya, is this something you still want to do?" I'm like, yeah, and I just broke down, and we just had a long talk. And she was just like, really, first you have to figure out who Wanya is. And that would be your answer would follow after that. As long as you keep your faith in God and just figure out who Wanya is, I'll be fine.
You think that would have happened without a change from Knoxville to Norman and everything that you went through over the last year?
You can never know,
Sure.
So, and I'm a firm believer in God saying everything happens for a reason. So he has his reasons, and I listen, If you listen hard enough, you'd actually hear him, you know what I'm saying? And that's what happened with me. I heard him. I heard the calling, so there was things I had to change in my life, and that's what I did.
When was that conversation?
January.
Okay.
Early January, late December. As soon as we got home, really, from bowl game. Yep.
Athletically, how trying was it for you? And you played a bunch at Tennessee, you played a lot of roles, and they were counting on you, the years you played. It's almost like that you came here and they wanted you to wait your turn, or you didn't get much of a chance. How, athletically, what were you thinking? What was going through your mind last year?
Really, I just feel like me doing a lot, moving, I've never really got to get firm feet, you know what I'm saying? I never got to be where my feet were. And that happened, I end up losing confidence. You lose confidence in things that are not normal, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it's not routine, you start to lose confidence in those things. So that's what I had to do to get my confidence back, really. Yeah, I feel like I'm back.
So is this like a breath of fresh air with this new opportunity and the new coaching staff? I know the O-line coach is the same, but...
I feel like it's a new opportunity for myself, The staff really wasn't going to matter if I was going to get my confidence back or not. That's something only I can do. Only I can handle my insecurities, And that's what I did.
Sorry. On the defensive side of the ball, we've heard a ton about the blank canvas, blank slate. How much does that apply to the offense, knowing that outside of Levy, it's the same staff?
Yeah. You get comfort, That you got those same guys you already had a relationship with, so they're learning as much as we're learning. So that process of learning together is great, honestly, because we get to pick off each other, and if something don't work, we could just change it like that easily. So
I know you talked about Dylan a little bit ago, but you've played in front of a lot of quarterbacks so far in your career. How everything we hear about Dylan is so positive, like he's just this great leader. So from your perspective, what has he done that maybe is very different than what you've experienced before, previous quarterbacks that you played with, that kind of that really stands out to you so far?
His confidence. Like I said before, he's just a very confident guy, and when we're on that field, you can feel his presence. And that's someone you want when you're playing, All my quarterbacks, I feel like I felt their presence. They're doing a pretty good job doing. And, Dylan's attributed to that, too. There's a line of great quarterbacks here at Oklahoma, and he's going to be one of them.
Who stands out to you in that? Who stands out to you among the guys you've gone against on the defensive side this spring?
All those guys, Jonah, Ethan Downs for sure, Marcus Stripling, Reggie Grimes, all them guys has been doing the thing. They bring great competition every day.
With Ethan specifically, what stood out to you about him maybe different from a year ago?
You're going to get the same guy every day. That's the thing about Ethan. Like, he works hard every day, and he's going to bring the same energy and mentality every day. When you go against Ethan, you got to give your best because he's going to give his best or he's going to embarrass you. Simple as that.